Andrew, what are you getting done today, man?
Skin fade.
Okay.
I'm thinking about like an inch cut off on top.
Okay.
Very messy. I used to have my hair slicked back a lot, but I kind of want to change it. Kind of just want to have like a messy look.
All right, so messy, you kind of just lift up in the front.
Yeah.
And a mid fade.
Mid fade.
Okay.
I have a pretty big occipital bone in the back. So
Okay. And are you doing your beard at all?
I don't have much. I just line it up.
Do you mind taking off your mask? Okay, so just kind of clean it up on the top and then on the bottom? Okay, cool. Fair enough, bro. And you said about an inch off the top, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it, bro. Thank you for coming in, man. YouTube, what's going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another one of my tutorials. We're going to start off with the top, and we're going to do a section all the way around, kind of like a horseshoe part. But what I'm looking mostly for is the hair growth pattern to separate that from the sides. Now we're going to take a section here right in the middle, and this is going to be our guideline for the top, right? This is going to determine the length and the shape, most of all, for the top. Now he said he wanted about an inch off, so we're going to cut about an inch off, I would say, all the way through. Now we're going to use that vertical section as our guide, and we're going to take more sections, and you can kind of see through the new section. You can see the old section, and that's going to keep you know, keep the length even all the way through. Once we've done this, we're going to probably do 6 sections or overall. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and go the opposite direction to cross check and make sure that the cut is even. Now, one thing I suggest for you guys, if you have issues sectioning the hair, parting and stuff, buy a mannequin and don't even cut anything. Just use it, wet the hair, use it, and just work on your sectioning. So you guys could see that we went ahead and cross-checked. Now I'm just making sure that all the hair that wants to fall to the sides of the head, we're gonna make sure that that's connecting. So I'm pulling whatever will reach, and we're gonna go ahead and do block graduation to connect it. And we're just doing this all the way around the head. And then you can go ahead and take vertical sections like you can see, just to make sure it's all even and cross-check it. Now on this side, I went ahead and did vertical sections instead of doing block graduation, just because I wanted a little bit less weight. But we're still pulling all the hair off, squared off the head. All right, and then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and cut the fringe area. Just make sure it's all even. And I decided to use a feather razor just to make it look soft and not so blunt. So once we've done that, we've completed the top. We'll go ahead and start clearing the bulk with this number 3 guard on my wall seniors. And I'm doing this all the way around the head. Notice I'm not cutting into the top. I'm lifting off of the side of the head, and that way we can maintain the shape and not cut all the scissor work that we just worked on. If you go above because you're following through, that's fine. Just make sure you're going straight up and not into the length above the parietal ridge. The parietal ridge is where the side curves into the top. All right, once we've completed that, we'll go ahead and start our zero. This is going to be our first guideline. It's going to be the clipper all the way closed, so the lever all the way up. And we're going to do this all the way around the head. This is going to be our guideline to start our ball fade. All right, my next guideline is going to be the blade all the way open. And we're going to go up maximum an inch. So once we've done that, we'll go back to our clipper close, go up a little bit, and then open the lever notch by notch, little by little, as we go up until this section is completely blended. All right, now my next guard is going to be my number 1 open. And same thing, we're going to go up about 1 inch. Now from here, you could decide you want to fade down, or you could decide you want to follow the same steps we did with that blade open. But what I decided to do was fade down. So I got my number 2 open and then closed. And then we'll go to our 1.5 guard, and we're just going to follow each level of guard on the way down.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
All right, next after that, remember this area we use a 1 guard open. We're going to use the half guard now to kind of bring everything together. This should be the last guard that you use before you go ahead and start detailing. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start the same steps here on this side. I'll let you guys follow along for the most part. Make sure you keep an eye on the lever. Obviously, if it's pushed down, the blade is longer. The length that's gonna leave and cut is longer. When the lever goes up, like you can see right now, obviously it's cutting closer. And like, it's okay to create another line, because once you open it up a notch, it's gonna take the previous line out. So you're gonna continue to make lines up until the blade is all the way open, in which you meet to the line that the guideline that you created initially anyways. Okay, next step, 1 guard open. Two guard open, and then 2 guard closed.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
All right, beneath that number 2 guard where we just worked, we're gonna use that 1.5 guard open, and then 1.5 guard closed. All right, and just like on the other side, the finishing touch, the last guard we're going to use here is that half guard to marry everything together before we line him up, bald him out, and then go ahead and detail the cut. And then typically the back, you know, for tutorials, I'll wait to the end. But guys, remember, these are tutorials that I'm recording. So keep in mind that I try to do each of these steps right away. So like if I'm gonna do if I'm gonna do the number 1 guard, for example, I'm gonna do that all the way around, typically in the barbershop environment. All right, and then now we're gonna go ahead and detail. I keep the hair at the bottom. I haven't balded him out yet because it gives me contrast. It lets me see the fade a little bit better. So keep that in mind as well. I mean, try that. You could try it. I know for some of you guys, I see it in the comments every time I do this. Basio, stop doing that. It kills me. And I get it, but you know, there's a reason why I do it. So we're gonna go ahead and start softening up the parietal ridge here so that the fade kind of blends nicer into it. And I'm using blending shears in order to do this. Notice my comb is going straight up. It's not going in. It's not going into the top. It's going straight up to keep everything looking squared. And I'm just kind of cross-checking here and just trying to soften up this little bit of bulk that I see here. And what I've noticed, it's really just his hair and his hair growth pattern that's causing that little bit of bulk there. So I didn't want to over detail and mess up the cut. So now we're doing my favorite part, the C cup, the lineup pretty much. This is gonna frame the haircut and I think make the fade pop even more. You can see it's popping. I feel like it's popping even more. And he rocks it natural in the front. So we're gonna leave it natural. All I did was clean up the vertical bars just a little bit, but we kept it natural. And then I made sure that the C cup was nice and sharp. And you can see how it's nicely flowing from the sides to the back there. We got a nice shape going on, especially from this angle. Now his C cup on this side was a lot lower than the other side, but keep in mind that it's also a lot lighter. So like there isn't as much density in this C cup, even though it grows lower. So we did get a little cosmetic there and bring it up a little bit more than I typically like to, but considering his hair characteristics, I think it was the right move. All right, and of course we have to finalize the fades with the shaver. We got to get it nice and tight on the sides to give it the ultimate gradients and longevity in the cut. All right, and like he asked, he wanted to fade in the beard, and then we're just gonna clean up the top of the beard and on the bottom. Try to keep the line natural so that it suits his jawline. And I think the beard looked better below his jawline where it's at right now, so I didn't bring it up. It's gonna make it look fuller. And guys, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you go to my Instagram page, you can see the work that I did to make sure you guys got all these angles. Man, I was cutting in between 2 tripods, wrapping my arm around crazy positions and stuff just to get these shots and these angles. So I hope you guys like it. I hope it brings a little bit more quality to the videos, because behind the scenes, if you go to my Instagram and you see those pictures, you see this cut was a struggle. All right, and then I'm gonna kind of finalize the top here. I'm going to give it some character, and what I did was I added some texture by doing some angled point cutting to give it a nice choppy look, messy look. We put some 245 pure powder, which is a volumizing, texturizing powder. You can get it at tomb45.com. Guys, this is you saw it before. This is the after. Let me know what you think about the cut, guys. We drop every single day. We upload a video. So if you like what you see, please do upload. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Smash the like button, all that good stuff. I will see you guys tomorrow. Keep this daily grind going.